Hey yo, salute to the people. It's the social forecast. DNA versus Mickey Factz. Watched this battle like 3-4 times. Dope battle. Crazy battle. A lot of people saying the first round, I'm just going to get straight into it. A lot of people saying the first round was close. Hearing a lot of people say Mickey Factz got the first round. So initially, right, I'm going to give the breakdown for each round. Then I'm going to go back to the first round because how I judge battles is a little bit differently. And I don't judge any two battles quite the same. So the first round is the closest round by far. But on preference, just because of what I like to hear, what I like to listen to, I edge DNA in the first round. That's by far the closest round. The second round is the second closest round in the battle. The second round, Mickey came with that shit just like he did in the first round, but it wasn't enough. DNA started heating up, and I gave DNA the second round. Pretty clear. Definitely clearer than the first round. In the third round, not even close. DNA just took it to a whole nother level. And the thing about DNA, right? He's by far the most, as far as active rappers go, the most consistent battle rapper I've seen in years. And the reason why I can say that is because there's a lot of battle rappers who are consistent, but DNA, month in and month out, he has more battles than probably anybody month in and month out. He's top 2 most viewed. It goes back and forth between him and Arsenal a lot, but that's because of his high volume of battles. But even with his high volume of battles, even with the fact that he battles a lot back to back, he always comes consistent. He always shows up to the battle. He always, DNA never really has a terrible battle. The last battle that I've seen him lose in a long time was him and JC. And I credit that to the fact that he was probably preparing for Mickey Factz at the same time. And if you're going to pick one, you got to take that one more serious. Can't take nothing away from DNA. And it seems like I'm not a big DNA fan. And I know a lot of people say that. He's not like a lot of people's cup of tea as far as battle rap goes. But you got to give it to him. Whenever they count this nigga out, whenever they say, oh, you going to lose, you can't beat such and such, it seems like he just takes his skills to another level. And if he was able to do that every single battle, he'd be in the GOAT talk for sure. He'd be in the GOAT talk. He'd be talk from Mount Rushmore. If he approached every battle the way he approached this Mickey Factz battle, he'd be on Mount Rushmore talk for sure, because he's the most consistent, has the most battles, so you can never say he ducks anybody. The shit is always good, right? The influence, I mean, if y'all doubted his influence, he let it be known in the third battle, everything he's done for battle rap, everything he's done for the URL, he has brought a lot to the culture. So if he would have approached every battle that he's had this way, he'd be clear talk from Mount Rushmore. Clear talk from Mount Rushmore. But, some battle rappers, and I guess it goes with anything, sometimes it just takes certain opponents or that certain energy from the commentators, the fans, to say that you can't win this one or that one. Sometimes some people just have that next level that they can only turn on when they feel like their back's against the wall. And DNA, I'll give it to him. Much respect to him. Usually his rhyme scheme and his rhyme pattern, it's a little bit bland for me. His bars are always on point. They're not too intricate, but even though I don't really prefer his style of 4-bar setup, you got to admit that he knows how to win battles. It's just like Arsenal. It seems like whenever Arsenal really wants to, he knows how to win battles. And he's another one of the most consistent. So DNA, right? Just based off of just the battle, forget about who his opponent is, I would have him winning 3-0, with the first round being the closest and most debatable round. Here's the problem, though, and here's where I judge battles a little bit differently. It seems like every time an industry rapper jumps into the battle rap arena, they don't do too well, right? We saw what happened with Cassidy. Now, with Cassidy, even though most people said, yo, his bars are outdated, you know what I'm saying? He can't keep up with what's going on currently. And if he battles anybody that's really good, he's not going to win. Well, arguably, when he battled Disaster, in my opinion, he won that battle clear. And granted, you know, people talk about their first go around on the big stage. Cassidy wasn't looking too comfortable. And that's understandable because as far as battle rap goes, that arena, he had never battled on a big stage. Was no big stage when he was doing it. But when they got in that little garage, small room setting, that's Cassidy's cup of tea. That's right where he's comfortable. And even though you could say his bars were outdated, he knew what to do against Disaster. He clearly studied him. He wasn't uncomfortable. It didn't seem like he really missed a step as far as being in that environment. Didn't choke, didn't stumble. Came to do exactly what he wanted to do, and he executed. So you really can't take nothing away from him. Other than that, Los did pretty good, but you could kind of see, you know, where he was really. If he had a few more battles, if he decided to keep doing it, then he would be formidable for a lot of the top tier dudes in battle rap. We saw what happened with Cannabis, total disaster, no pun intended, and contrary though to popular opinion, although the general consensus is that Joe Budden lost that Hollow battle, technically, if you want to say he lost because he dropped the mic, I'll give you that. I won't argue that. But bars, the rounds, if we just going by the rounds and the bars, if Joe Budden doesn't drop the mic during that Total Slaughter battle, he wins every round in my opinion. I wasn't feeling Hollow's content in that battle at all. But here's why I'm going back to the first round with the Mickey Factz DNA battle. Because of the fact that even though Mickey Factz has his roots in battle rap, he's not a battle rapper, right? So when you step down from the industry and you get into the battle rap ring, that battle rap arena, but you're able to show that not only can you hang with the top tier battle rappers who professionally do this shit day in and day out, event after event after event. In my opinion, because that's what they do, and they're always shouting, yo, they can't do what we do, and these industry niggas need to stop coming to battle rap because they're just fucking up the culture and this and that, then in my opinion, you shouldn't get a round. No round should be debatable. That's like, and this is just my opinion, that's like somebody in the NBA saying, yo, can't no street player beat me one-on-one, period. Because they don't do what we could do. And then you win 11-10 or 21-19. It shouldn't be that close. If the battle rappers who do this professionally, if their opinion and stance on it is that none of these industry niggas can fuck with us, then there should be never a round debatable. And while it's my preference that DNA won all 3 rounds, the first round is very close. It's debatable to the point where if somebody said Mickey Factz won that first round, you really couldn't argue against it. So, even though preference, because of the content and because how DNA was in his bag, even though I would say he won all 3 rounds, for the sake of this battle, because of the fact that one, Mickey Factz is not a battle rapper, even though he has battle rapped and he is rooted in battle rap. That's not what he does as his everyday thing. Because he's not a battle rapper, because he did as good as he didn't just do good. He looked comfortable. He looked like he belonged on that stage. He looked like he belonged in that small room. His cadence was there, up to par with the battle rappers. It wasn't melodic or flow-like or robotic in any way. His content was crazy. He definitely got a lot of reaction. There was no... If you didn't know that Mickey Factz was in the industry, you would just assume he's just another battle rapper. That's how good he did during that battle. So because of those things, and because of how close he made the first round, and because of how good he was in every round, because he had shit in every round, I will give him the first round for the sake of this battle, just so that I can call it 2-1. Because here's the thing, if we call it a 3-0 DNA, right? If we call it a 30, and we say DNA won 3-0. Contrary to what a lot of people say, that you can have a 3-0 and not be a body. You can have every round be close, but it be a 3-0. That's not how I see it. It's like in baseball. If nobody on the team hits any pitch, nigga, that's a shutout game. You can't be like, oh, they came close to hitting a few balls, but, you know what I'm saying, they just missed it. Nah, we're not doing that. If, you know what I'm saying, your favorite NFL team versus the worst team, the most hated team that you just can't stand the most, lose to, you know what I'm saying, your team, 21-zip, nigga didn't score a touchdown, it's a fucking shutout. You can't be like, oh, well, they made it to the end zone a few times, but they just couldn't. Nah. If it's 3 rounds in battle rap and a battle rapper wins 3-0, that's a body. That's a shutout. It's a shutout battle. So I don't agree with the people who say, oh, you could have a 3-0 battle, but it not be a body. Nah, by nature, a 3-0 is a body. You bodied that battle. You won it 3-0. I don't care if it was 3-0 clear. I don't care if it was edge the first or the third, but the second was clear. A 3-0 is a 3-0. And Mickey Factz, in my opinion, did way too good in that battle for me to call it a 3-0. And because he made the first so competitive. Now, mind you, if he didn't make the first competitive, I would say it was a 3-0, clear, that's it. But because he made it so close, and because you really can't be mad at somebody for saying, yo, I gave Mickey that first round, just because of how competitive the overall battle was and how impressed I think a lot of people was with Mickey Factz and how he came in this battle, and because of the fact that it's a grudge match and there was real animosity, real history there, in my opinion, it's obviously not a classic, because in my opinion, a classic means that you have 2 rounds that could go either way, which means the battle can go either way. That's typically what I would call a classic. When it's a toss-up, the shit is so good, the material is so good, it's reactions every round for both battle rappers, and you really can't call a winner. It's like a toss-up either way, or, you know, 1 round is clear, and the other 2, you might edge one to one person and the other to the other person. That's when you got a classic. This one is a clear win by DNA. It's a clear win, because Mickey did not do enough in the second round, and the third round is not even close. But that first round is close enough for me to say, you know what, even though preference-wise, I would give the first round to DNA. Because Mickey Factz was so dope in this battle, and it was so unexpected, and because DNA got the first 2 clear, I have no problem with giving Mickey the first round and saying 2-1 clear DNA. And I wouldn't mind seeing Mickey Factz again in the ring. He's good on the small room. I would like to see him on the URL big stage, because that's when you really can test if these industry niggas can really do it in the battle rap arena. The small room is one thing, because a lot of industry rappers came in on the battle and shit. They may not have done it, you know, in a smack type forum, but, you know, most industry, at least from my era of hip hop, most of the industry dudes came in on some battle rap shit, because that's just the way that it was structured back then. So I got 2-1 clear DNA. First to Mickey Factz, just because I want to be fair. Like, if you judge, you know, it's just like when you judge a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a 10-9 round, but a lot of times when the judges see that other person working, throwing punches, they're not just standing there getting hit, they're actually fighting back. You know, a lot of times, even though it's a clear win of the round for the other fighter, sometimes, you know, the judges will award that other fighter a 10-9 loss rather than a 10-8 loss. And it's the same thing here. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, you don't run the risk of shifting the battle by giving Mickey the first round, so I'll give him the first round. If the second round was also close, or closer than it was, then I would give DNA the first round. But because there's no risk, there's no way that you could say DNA lost this battle. He just had too much. 2-1 clear DNA. Mickey Factz did a good job, though. I fuck with him. Highly impressed. Hopefully, any other industry dudes who decide to step in the battle rap arena, hopefully they do their homework. They take the, you know what I'm saying, the pointers as far as the example from a Mickey Factz. Because what a lot of the industry people go wrong, it's not necessarily in the bars. Keep it real. Keep it 100. It's usually the way they're flowing. It's usually their cadence. It's like they can't get out of their heads to realize they're not in the booth, right? Battle rap is not supposed to be, you know, when battle rap is a cappella, it's not supposed to sound like you're in a booth. It's not supposed to sound like you're flowing to a beat. It's supposed to just be, You know what I'm saying? And Mickey Factz had that. He looked real comfortable against DNA. I mean, he had the right type of bars. It fit in the arena. He got a lot of reaction. So it was a good loss for him, right? Take nothing away from him for losing this battle. Anyway, 2-1 clear DNA versus Mickey Factz. Got another couple battles to review before the year is out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I cover battle rap among other shit. It's a slew of whole other shit on my channel. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this one. It's a social forecast. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace and love.